We're back with a fresh episode of What's in the Box. Fresh off the FedEx truck too, so come see what's new in this week. Hi, Justin.
Good to see you.
Nice to see you. Whoa, nice to see what's on your wrist.
You say we're already doing wrist checks, huh? Should we get right into it?
Sorry, I can't miss that. I'm excited to see what's new this week. Spoiler alert, they have set aside 2 boxes this week, so we get a special episode. I know, I'm excited.
Curious to see what that is.
Before we do this though, we do a wrist check?
I don't need to start. Okay, so you might need to back up a little if you want to see it all in one. Deepsea Challenge, Rolex, the new one.
What?
We finally got one, titanium. It is not a small watch to put it.
Okay, so this is Bob's.
Check it out. This is Bob's, yes.
All right. So it's available on the site.
But
wow. I love when we get new things.
Conversation piece. I don't know that there's many more watches that are more of a conversation starter. Yeah, it's the giant Deepsea.
Wowzers. 50 what?
I think it's 50 millimeters.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And it's huge. Surprisingly, it being titanium, it really saves the weight. It
feels
about as heavy as like a regular Deepsea, which is already a heavy watch. I'm not saying it's light by any means, but the titanium does make it a little more manageable.
You can pull this off.
More manageable, because I don't know if it is manageable.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could wear it.
Have you ever seen this in the wild?
I have not. This is actually the first one I've seen in person.
I saw it during release and all that, but never hands-on, nor in the wild. Cool.
We'll see. Wear it today.
I feel like in the shadows over here, but I just have on a kind of old school 69178, a little Lady-Datejust. But do you see the dial?
I was gonna say, is that the pyramid dial?
Pyramid dial with some gold Roman numeral hour markers. I love this because it's a quick set, so I can go forward and backwards.
Yeah.
Pretty easy. It's not super duper old, and you know I love that President's
bracelet.
That's a good look. But small. I've been doing a lot of big ones.
Yeah.
I felt like kind of pulling something.
They both work. That's the nice thing about being in your position. You can wear the small ladies watches for cocktails, look great, and then everything up to maybe not the Deepsea Challenge, but
exactly. Which is kind of funny because you guys have been having some wonderful wrist checks too. I mean, literally all over the map, from like some old school Datejust to some Speedmasters and Seamasters. I mean, literally some Hamiltons.
There's always some good stuff.
All the other cool brands. Thank you guys for chiming in. It is so fun to see like how cool our community is from a collector standpoint. You guys have some great stuff. Even just some other Rolex stuff that we get to see on a regular basis here at Bob's Watches. So anyway, don't forget to subscribe so that you guys can stay up to date on all of our content, because I am ready to get to this week's Watch of the Week, which we know is actually watches of the week. So if you're ready, I'm ready to open this first box. They don't look like the same size either, which means we got probably
two separate things.
2 different things. Thank you so much. You're the master opener. Like I said, fresh off of FedEx. I see it. What do I want to see?
Yeah, what would you like to see?
I like that you're wearing something from 2023, so I would like to see something new.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, look, I love vintage. I think there's so much character in vintage watches, but that stuff is harder to find. I love seeing, I feel like we've been in the chronograph world quite a lot, and I'm still not over that vintage chronograph.
That was a really nice one. That was
Daytona.
one of my favorites,
Yep, I've talked about it a lot. I'll be quiet about it. You know what else I actually really liked though recently?
What was that?
Was the Summer Blue Omega Seamaster.
That
was good. Even the new 60th anniversary James Bond Seamaster, look, that thing was cool. Just the details on it. All right, you look.
Yeah, there's lots of good stuff. Okay.
It looks modern.
Spoiler alert, it's already Rolex. Okay. It is modern.
It is.
You ask and you shall receive.
Yeah. I still really want to see one of those stone dial Day-Dates. Like, it could even be something a little bit more simple if it's not stone. Some of just the fresher Day-Dates. I would love to see that. Even in, obviously they're all precious metal, but like white gold or even the platinum ones. Yeah. That sounds really fun to me.
Yeah.
What is it?
It is not that, but
did you like it?
I really like it. I actually like it better than the stone dial ones.
We're standing.
New Daytona.
New. Oh, it's the 1-2.
Yes.
What?
126500.
Stop it. Yes, the 126500. Okay.
So immediately.
This is 2023 too.
Yeah.
What? Okay, let me see the card. Yeah. Oh wow. March 2024.
Okay.
Okay.
Very, very new.
I love that this is the black dial. Have we talked about this already? Maybe on camera? I mean, I know you and I talk about this a lot.
I think we talked about it briefly.
I love this one.
I love this watch in general. When this watch came out, when the 116500 came out,
Yes.
this one's predecessor.
Which was 2016, that one came out.
In 2016?
So this is like
Okay.
the second iteration.
Yes.
Okay.
I love this watch. I've said, and I still believe this, I think so. Rolex's best current production watch.
Ooh,
for me, it's the white dial. Oh, that white dial one is so
Everyone
good.
loves the white dial.
I love the updates to it.
Yep.
This, I wasn't sure when I first saw it. I saw it on Rolex's site, you know, when it was announced, and I didn't necessarily think it was much better
Not
or much worse.
technically
Not
changed.
a whole lot different. After seeing it, I actually really like it, and it's grown on me a little bit to where I do think that I like this iteration better.
Yeah.
Right off the bat, you see that it has that little ring of stainless around
Yes.
the ceramic bezel insert.
Which they've said for wear and tear purposes will keep it safer, which is kind of nice, and I think it reflects really well. I love that.
It does, it catches, and it has just that subtle vintage throwback vibe to seeing the old with like the black bezel insert, and it
Yes.
has just like the little ring, and it has the same look. Looks fantastic. Plus, also the markers, right? They're a little thinner on
and
this
the
one.
sub-dials,
Yes.
which I think helps that watch kind of like pop a bit more. It's not so heavy with those lines. You're right.
So anyway, gorgeous watch. I think it's a fantastic update.
And this came out to celebrate the 60th anniversary of the Daytona, because
Yes.
the Daytona was released in '63. This was from 2023. Wow, that looks so small in comparison.
It's gonna feel like a small
I know
watch
this
now,
is still 40
but-
millimeters. They
Yes.
didn't technically change a lot. Obviously, we just mentioned the smaller hour markers, smaller dials, but then the movement inside.
Yeah.
4131.
Yeah, so they've updated the movement, and it's been out for a little while.
looks
I felt like it could
great.
have used a little bit of an update. It's great. It's comfortable. It looks good. It's sleek. It's classy. Again, it's my favorite current production Rolex.
I love the black.
Yeah.
I can't get over that. You want to talk about shareable. I would steal this on the regular. I've mentioned it a lot of times. Our COO, the wife of our CEO, she wears a Daytona so well. And she's already a businesswoman in general, but this just screams, you've got it together.
And I love the white one. Although I do make a
I love
really
you.
strong case for the black because of the new design and the way that, it's just all kind of black and silver, and the ring around the bezel kind of brings it together. I don't know, I really like the black one on this one as well.
Yeah.
It's a tough choice.
I do.
This is great. I'm very curious on what the other box is.
Same.
Should we
Yeah, let's get to it. Why not?
get to that one?
Thank you. Go for it.
Okay.
I'm trying to think if I can make a completely different guess. Honestly, you've been talking about Milgauss. It's not vintage, but discontinued.
Yeah.
In that discontinued world, I'd love to see a Cellini. I love
You
Cellinis.
always would love to see a Cellini.
I know. I do not have my grail yet.
I feel like it's something special, not necessarily what you
No.
want to see, because they pull aside a watch for us. They pull aside a special watch for us
Yeah.
every week to open on camera and check. For some reason, they did two.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was
expect
reason
to
enough
yet.
to pull two watches instead
It's
of
true.
one.
That's true.
And I want to know what it is and why that is. We're about to find out. Looks like Rolex.
Gotcha. Really?
Yeah, we have another Rolex. Looks like another modern Rolex.
Modern.
Okay.
Ooh, I know what I want to see. But
Okay.
would it be in that box? No, I'm not the best with boxes. Is it a green dial
haven't
Sky
even looked yet.
Dweller on Jubilee?
No.
Your smirk
No.
is funny.
It is a 126500.
Stop it.
Okay.
It's the white version.
It's the white version. So now I know why they saved two watches
This
for us
is the
this
first
week.
time we've had both of these in, because we've
Yes.
had this one once or twice already.
Yeah.
These have not really found their way in very much. Look at that. Now these together. Okay, let me see.
Okay, white dial version of the 126-500. Now, if we're making a comparison, we can really make a proper comparison.
Fun. All right, we'll show you guys at home too. Sorry, this is fun.
I just said I like the black one, and it was growing on me.
But now the white one.
Now I'm back to the white. I think the white one's it. Again, everything we just said about this watch, right? It comes in 2 different dial colors, black and white.
Wow.
Now you have your choice of both, or, you know, if you're really lucky, you don't have to make the choice. You just pick them both up.
How crazy. Come on, no one's gonna get 2 of these at the same time. That would be an insane... could you imagine having
like
black
from a dealer,
and white in your
it's
collection?
really tough to even get one. I can't imagine getting 2.
I would love that. Let's be honest, I love black. I think that white dials have a place at points. I'd wear black a little bit more regularly, but wow, that's a flex, having both. The black subdials smaller on that white dial look actually really different than the 116-500
they do.
To me.
Yeah.
Is that crazy to say? I really do see it.
Yeah,
it looks different.
It does look different. You notice it, and I feel like the more this watch is out and the more you see it, the more I tend to notice it right off the bat, and the more.
Because I see that watch a lot in the wild, and even I think it's this reflecting ring on the outside makes the bezel look a little bit different too. It's clearly updated.
Right. It's subtle, but it's very quickly noticeable. It's one of those things, it's not a big detail, it's not a big difference, it's not a huge change, but as soon as I open the box, I can see it and I know exactly what it is.
You know what else is like that? Totally off topic, but the Explorer 2. Remember when they updated the Polar Explorer and you could barely tell the difference between that watch?
Yes.
It literally is just the crown in between the Swiss and Made. I love being able to point out that to
tiny
people,
little
to
difference.
be able to be like, I know which watch this is.
This
you
is
know?
the newer version.
Yep, that's fun.
Fantastic watch. I love Daytonas. I love these. The newer ones, like I was saying, they've grown on me, and I officially like them better than the previous iteration, even though they're not a whole lot different. I love the previous iteration. I would wear it all over the place. But these are it. I think it's a fantastic update by Rolex.
Yep. You know, listen, like I really do want to see the display case back on some of these moving forward. I know that it exists, but only in a different iteration. I think that could be a really fun way to kind of show off some stuff on the Daytona.
That is one that I think would have been
models of the Daytona.
nice. I would have liked to seen it on all the new Daytonas,
yes,
right?
Agreed. There's still a lot of other things to love about this watch. I mean, if we're going there though, I would have loved to have seen a date on this chronograph also.
Yeah,
I love dates. It's
we're talking about
no secret.
Big updates. Yeah. But yeah, I mean that comes up all the time. Every time we debate the Moonwatch and the Daytona, points go immediately to the Moonwatch for that lack of date.
Yes.
So yeah, that would be nice. Maybe next anniversary, maybe next update.
Yeah.
But that would be huge. I mean, the Daytona has been around for forever,
60
right?
years.
60 years. No dates ever.
Yeah.
So
that's crazy.
That would be a big move.
This was really fun. You've already chosen. The white dial gets your vote out of these two. I think I'm gonna go black dial. It's the pop of the red on this black dial to me is everything. I mean, obviously it's also in red on the white, but for some reason I don't see it as much. I like it on the LN version. Okay. But these are just our votes. We want to know which one do you guys like of the 126-500s? Are you team black dial? Are you team white dial? Are you team 116-500? Let us know. This is really fun to kind of get to the Daytona world yet again, but in a really modern iteration this time.
Can't have enough Daytonas. You can't have too many Daytonas. So.
Look, I know that a vintage Daytona is on my list, but today, a double unboxing of Daytonas, this makes me think a modern one's like on my radar now. What am I doing?
This is a great pair.
I said with the Surrey Submariner that sport models, maybe it's time for me to start getting into them. I think the universe is calling out to me.
It's speaking to you.
Oh, so fun.
If anyone will switch you, it's this one.
This is awesome. A+. Good job to our team for saving, kind of a pair.
It
feels
a good pair.
Like a good pair. I thought it was going to be not disjointed, but just like opposite ends of the spectrum.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in to our double unboxing this week. We will be back with a fresh episode of What's in the Box soon, so be well.